We actually have Kendall Scudder, who is the chairman of the Texas Democratic Party. He's joining us now to talk more about the race and the plan moving forward. Kendall, thank you so much for taking some time out to talk with us. Uh-oh, I don't have you. Are you unmuted? The joys.
Muted.
There you are. There you are. Got your sound now. Thanks so much for being here with us. You know, talk to us about, before we really dive into some of the races, this is so significant. How significant, though, is it for the Democrats to have candidates up and down the ballot in all of these races?
This is the first time since 1972 that either party has fielded a candidate in every state and federal office in Texas. What it means is that if you're a Republican and you're an office holder in Texas, I don't care how long you've had that office, I don't care how much you want it, you're going to have to fight us for it. And so I think that's a really important piece here. And it shows through with all the enthusiasm and turnout. This is now the first time since 2002 that the Democrats are on pace to outvote Republicans in Texas in our primary.
How do you maintain that excitement, right? You have so much excitement built up, but it's March. How do you keep that going to November?
I'm a firm believer that the way you keep that excitement going is by giving people something to vote for. For years, the Democrats have been telling you not to vote for the other guys because they're terrible, and they are, but you got to give people something to vote for. We are a party that will unapologetically stand on the side of working class people. We will take on whatever billionaire, whatever banker, whatever bootlicking bastard we need to make sure the little guy gets a seat at the table. When we give people something to vote for, I think that is how you channel excitement. We are not a party just against them. We believe in making sure every person gets access to a high quality education. Everyone should be able to see a doctor, not just when they're sick, but before they get sick. A party that takes on institutions to defend working class people.
You know, are you surprised at all as we're starting to see numbers come in? Obviously, it's still early. Are you surprised at all to see how tight some of the races are, particularly when we're talking about Tallarico and Crockett?
I think we had a feeling this was going to be a nail biter, and I think we're going to be glued to our screens for a long time to try to figure this out, particularly with all the debacle that Republicans caused up in Dallas County. It's a testament to how great they both are as candidates. I know things get tense during a primary. People start to build some feels there, but the reality is they're both high-quality candidates that'll serve our party well, regardless of who wins. And so I am eagerly awaiting who's going to be leading our coordinated campaign this cycle because we have a lot of seats to flip up and down the ballot, and can't wait to figure out who our captain's going to be.
Let's talk a little bit about more what's happening in Dallas County. Obviously, lawsuit filed, and the polls are going to stay open there until 9 p.m. You also had that precinct-based voting, right? That is what caused all of this, was the Republican parties of Williamson County and Dallas County decided to facilitate their own Election Day primary solely on Election Day. Early voting people could go wherever they wanted and vote, you know, kind of like normal, how it usually is. How big of a role do you think that is playing in voter turnout and what we're going to see in the numbers tonight?
I mean, if we're looking at a race that maintains the tightness of right now, it could mean the difference in the Crockett campaign. I mean, it's a big deal. We've been warning Republicans for months that this day would come, and they didn't heed any of our warnings. And now we're sitting here in the middle of a debacle trying to figure out how to get ballots cast. They're not interested in making sure that government or elections are run efficiently. They're just trying to make sure they're scoring points and peddling conspiracy theories. It's a joke. And unfortunately, this joke isn't very funny because a lot of people have been denied their constitutional right to a ballot because of their mismanagement.
If people don't understand what has happened, tell us some of what you're hearing. Certainly, we've heard people in Williamson County being turned away from, polling locations. They went to the wrong places. One of the things I thought was interesting is that you have people in Williamson County who live in the same precinct, but the polling location would be different depending on which primary you wanted to vote in, even though those locations offered voting for both parties. What's that? That's some of the confusion we're hearing here. What are you hearing out of Dallas?
Yeah, I mean, we should be in the business of making voting for legal voters easier. I don't know why everything has to be made harder by government. This could very easily be streamlined. They do it in other states just fine. For some reason, Republicans in Texas can't seem to wrap their heads around it. There's modern technology that would allow this to be more efficient. They're failing to meet this moment, and the voters of this country are meeting the repercussions of that.
Okay. You know, overall, though, some final thoughts for us as we continue this night. You've got, you know, in the other races, I feel like we've got pretty strong leads up and down, you know, the ballot. The only tight one is the race at the top. How are you feeling about the rest of the ticket?
We have a great ticket forming, and one that I think all Texans can be proud of, one that will represent the people of Texas, not big moneyed interests, not Donald Trump, do the work of the people of Texas. That's all we're trying to get accomplished, and I think that this slate will get it done for us. As the chairman of the party, I'm very excited about what I'm seeing unfolding tonight. Regardless of what happens at the top of the ticket, we're going to have a wonderful slate.
All right, Kendall Scudder, chairman of the Texas Democratic Party, we thank you so much for taking some time out to talk with us tonight.
Thanks for having me.